understand why Strand lies so lowly. They could save a lot of points by signing Hibbs goalie. But I can't understand why you let someone else rule our land. Cap in hand, cap in hand.
George?
Sierra Oscar from 218. Fire Brigade urgently required Cairo News.
On its way.
Okay, thanks.
Wait, clear out of the way!
Sorry, Sal.
Come on, clear out of the way!
Sal. Right, just stay there, okay?
No, me. Heads out.
8-5 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving, over?
Ahead, Sarge.
Tony, we just had a distress call from a young girl. Her father has gone missing. She wouldn't give her address, but she was very specific. This guy was wearing a navy pinstripe suit, 46 years old, heading in the direction of Cairo Mews.
Yeah, I think we found him. He's playing Red Adair with a burning Morgan.
Oh, so what happened?
It was only a small fire.
What's all that? Petrol? You're lucky the whole thing didn't go up in your face. If you got anywhere near the tank...
Are you okay, sir?
Bit of advice, sir. Forget the coat next time. Call the fire brigade. Very good at dealing with this sort of thing.
Are you sure you're okay?
Someone's really had this organised. This one's new. Still got a price on it.
Oh, so is this your car then, sir?
No.
Well, do you know whose car it is?
No.
Right. I don't suppose you saw who did it.
Yes. I did it. I think perhaps we'd better go to the station.
It's a nice area.
Nice. Nice is dead right. I mean, look at it. Bet half of them don't even know who their neighbours are.
Murray?
No sign of any force.
It's wet. I'll go around the back. Murray? Looks like they've gone.
Someone's really gone to town here.
Is it all wet?
Yeah, still fresh.
This is the police. Police, love. Are you all right? How old? 18? Just a guess. She's so shaken up, all the hatches are down. All I could get was her name. You mentioned to the staff nurse you thought she might be HIV positive. It's just that seemed to be the motivation for the attack on the house. It's all clouded because she wouldn't say anything.
Pushing things out of the mind is often easier.
Does she have any symptoms?
Can't tell without a formal test. There weren't any signs of drug addiction, but that's hardly watertight. Uh-oh. Watch out.
Jeanette! Jeanette!
Thanks. I have to go now. Thanks for bringing me here.
You haven't finished your tea.
No, I'm fine now. It's much better.
Jeanette, I'd really like it if you'd come back.
No.
It's just for a while, just to chat, nothing else.
I knew you'd do this. I have to go home.
You don't have to make a statement if you don't want to. You don't have to do anything you don't want to, just to talk.
Yes, but when we arrived, you were trying to put the fire out.
Well, I'd come to my senses by then.
So let me get this right. You bought this stuff, you found the car, then set fire to it, and then tried to put the fire out. Why would you want to do that then, eh?
Because it was a puerile act. Gut reactions generally are.
Right, so whose car was it?
I've no idea.
Well, you're telling me you don't even know whose car it was?
I'm sorry.
Look, Mr. Farquharson, are you sure you didn't see someone running away?
I did it, officer. I set fire to that car.
No, but George did well with that car. It's a frightening thing, fire. Completely unpredictable.
Yes, Reg.
Oh, the barbecue set fire, mate.
Reg!
There you go, Jeanette. I'll get someone to make you a cup of tea or something.
Oh, I've just had one, haven't I?
Kathy,
Sarge, this is Jeanette. She's the victim of the break-in at Lime Crescent.
second interview room's free.
It's not an interview.
It's not an interview, thank you. We're just going to have a little chat, aren't we? We won't be long.
Well, try the waiting room over there.
Thanks, Sarge. Oh, Reg, 2 sugars.
So on your way to a puerile attack on a car that you didn't even know, you detailed...
I know the car.
But you just said
I don't know the owner. But I know that car.
cars and owners tend to travel together.
But it was too quick, you see, officer. Racing away from outside my house, it was always too quick to get the number or to even see who was inside. But it was a red, open-top Morgan. Every time. You see, the thing is, whoever car that is, they've been attacking my house.
"6 months?
Yes.
Yeah, but why didn't you call us?
I'm a Christian. I like to think I can turn the other cheek. Which is fine. The problem that they don't tell you is that it's easy enough when it's your own cheek. But when other people are involved...
Oh, hold on a minute.
The point is, officer, I came home to find that they'd started attacking my daughter. Well, that was it. I went straight out. I had to lash out at something, and that car was the only thing that I could connect. I knew there couldn't be many like it in the area. And I thought I'd seen it in Cairo Mews before.
Yeah, but why? And was it professional rivalry or something? Or jealousy? I mean, do you have any idea why this man is attacking your house?
I know exactly why he's doing it.
Sarge, I ran the PNC on that car. The last registered keeper is Canning, G. Canning of Cairo News.
Does he know yet?
Can't get in touch with him. No answer.
And you called the police after the break-in?
Soon as Dad went out, I called. I mean, he's an ordinary bloke. He's not... You just don't know what people have got inside them, do you? Which is why I have to go.
Jeanette.
He could have done nothing and gone on straight home. It could all be nothing.
Please, Jeanette, just tell me what happened today. Was it because he found out you'd been attacked that your dad went out?
Yes. Yeah, he sometimes works in the office Saturday mornings. I went shopping and came back, and there was paint on the house again. And Dad's always said this is going to happen. Don't call the police, we'll sort it out. It's nothing new. It was wet still. The paint on the front door. So I went round the back. And that was wet too. And the door was open. And when I went in, I found they'd got inside. And that was horrible, thinking they'd walked where you were walking. And when I went into the front room, this man was in there, spraying stuff on the mirror. And I shouted at him. So he turned and screamed at me, and I was screaming at him. And then he rushed past and pushed me into the table. Dad came back, said that was it, he'd have to find out who did it. And he went out. That's when I phoned.
How long has this been going on, Jeanette? How long have you been HIV positive?
I'm not. It's my dad.
Boston, criminal damage.
Actually, I'm not disputing the legality, but nobody knows who the bloke is. But it might not be his car, he might have borrowed it. No one's seen his face to substantiate.
Jeanette has.
Sarge, I wonder if I could have a quick word.
George, just a minute.
I think she's seen him, Sarge.
So why isn't she telling us?
Can I let her know her father's in the building?
What good do you think that'll do?
I don't know, but if she knows he's safe, she might loosen up a bit.
Yeah. All right then, why not?
Thanks.
Sarge. Please, Sarge. Sarge.
At the board.
Can I have a word? It's quite important.
George, you are like a Jack Russell Terrier.
It's Mr. Farquharson, Sarge.
What about him?
Well, he's HIV positive.
Yes.
Well, I haven't brought in anybody who's HIV positive before.
Who says? You might have, I might have, anyone might have. These people don't go around with flashing neon signs on their forehead, you know?
I know that, Sarge, but... Please, Sarge, isn't there a procedure?
A what?
A right procedure for it.
It? No, there isn't a procedure for it.
What, nothing?
Yes, all right, George, there is a procedure. It is called common sense. There wasn't any spilled blood, right?
Well...
So there's no reason to treat these people any differently, is there? Is there?
No, Sarge.
Jeanette, I've got some good news. Your father's here.
He's here?
In Sun Hill. He was brought in about an hour ago.
Why?
He tried to set fire to a car, but he's all right. That's the main thing.
That's serious, isn't it? Fire?
Well...
Can I see him?
Jeanette!
I didn't see the man's face.
You said he turned and screamed at you.
That's it. Finito.
I can't understand you. Don't you want to stop it all?
Look, it's been going for a while. Dad's picture started being in the papers. He got HIV through Factor VIII sometime in 1984 before screening started. So he joined a pressure group for compensation. They had photos of him lobbying local MPs and that.
He's a haemophiliac.
Oh, they presume he's gay, whoever's spraying. Mum and him divorced years back, so there's no loyal wife standing by. He's been a director at Benrick's Computers for 12 years. Society lunches, rotaries, the lot. Suddenly he's someone who brings the house prices down.
Is that what it is, all this?
I suppose so. So they paint all over the walls. So even if we did want to give in and go, no one would buy the bloody place anyway.
Don't you want to find out who it is?
Why should I want to know who it is? I don't care. He started getting short of breath. All that matters now is time. That's it. I don't care about anything else.
Oh, God.
Sarge, I was just wondering, being the arresting officer with Mr. Farquharson, whether I should have notified the CMO.
CMO? What for?
Mr. Farquharson.
George, the chief medical officer, or his department, is there primarily for sick and injured police. You know that.
Yes, but...
Yes, but what?
Well, I can't believe that we don't even have to let him know. Or do something. Telephone him.
George, there is no procedure.
Yeah, but Sarge...
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hello? Yeah, where do you want him, Sarge?
Oh, put him on the table, Phil. Ta. Hello. Can I help?
Can you help? Yes.
What?
You can start by finding the vandals who set fire to my sports car.
All right, Rob.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. It's PC218 Garfield, Sun Hill. I wonder if it'd be possible to speak to the chief medical officer.
Canning. Gary Canning. Look, haven't you got anybody out there now? Don't you have people going around all the time?
Your address?
Cairo Mews. Where the car was. You see, I generally park it outside my house rather than 4 miles away and then get the bus.
Just calm down, all right?
What do you mean, calm down? That's the only chance I've had of getting any money back selling that motor. And someone set fire to it. I mean, what were you doing, eh?
I appreciate...
Oh, appreciate. Do you appreciate what it's like having a business? Getting a long-term maintenance contract, getting a mortgage the size of a telephone number on the back of it, and then have some pencil neck with a briefcase telling you, we're not renewing it, Mr. Canning.
Everything all right, Sarge?
Oh, it's fine, Tony. Yeah, just fine.
You can go to the canteen if you like.
No, I'm fine. I'll just
What do you
wait.
mean, calm down?
If I could just have
That's
the
Benrick's
detail-
management appreciation for you, innit? He kicked out, stomp.
Settle down a minute.
This car was all Benrick's couldn't screw me for.
Bendrix, what's this?
Oh, but I'm wasting my time, aren't I? I bet you're all hand in glove with him, aren't you? Aren't you, eh? Aren't you?
Sarge, Conway wants a word.
What?
Your cry, he said. Now. The mood's not good.
Oh, God, I'm halfway through. Look, Bob Cryer can handle this one. Where is he?
I'll get him.
No. I'll get him. Tony, could you take this gentleman through to confidential and finish off this crime sheet? It's, Canning. Mr. Canning.
Right.
Are you sure you don't want me to stay?
All right, sir. Sir?
Yes!
You asked to see me?
Shut the door.
Lovely.
I've just had a call from Sir Charles Foster,
Foster?
our chief medical officer.
Right.
Or more to the point, not Sir Charles Foster, but some PA in his office, some secretary. He rang me in confidence to let me know that they just received a call from a constable at Sun Hill. A constable who had tried to ring through directly to Sir Charles on a matter concerning the handling of HIV-positive prisoners.
Right.
And this secretary rang me to ask me if everything was all right at Sun Hill, or whether there was any doubt as to the procedure. Doubt as to the procedure. Do you know how embarrassing that is coming from the secretary of a medical officer?
I'm sure it's,
It's tantamount to saying that the station has no idea how to run itself. It's tantamount to saying, when it all comes down to it, that not we, don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm not having that, Bob. Not from people that I respect.
Could I ask you to let me handle this, sir?
What is going on?
I'll look into it, sir, and sort it. It's my responsibility.
George, that's him.
What?
The guy in the front office with Tony. Oh, come on, George. I think he's the one who's been attacking the Farquharsons. I heard him say something about being sacked from Bendrix. Well, that's the company where Farquharson's a director.
You're right.
Yeah, but we're stuck. Jeanette's the only one who saw him, and she won't press charges. She just wants this thing out of the way. She wants the time.
George, a moment. Sarge? Close the door. Right. Don't you ever...
Sarge?
Don't you ever do that to me again! Chief Inspector Conway has just had a call from the office of the man that you tried to phone. The man that I told you did not need to speak to. The man who it is strictly forbidden for young police constables to contact directly about personal matters. Because that's what it is, isn't it, George? So I get hauled over the coals because you have lost your bottle. Because you panicked without reason. While everyone else is around here is going around saying, oh, what a good job he's done this afternoon.
Look, I'm sorry if I...
Look, sod all of that, George! That's not what's bothering me. I don't care what kind of a roasting I get. I don't care what the regs say about you contacting medical officers. That man that you brought in here this afternoon, when he comes in here, at least in here, at least in this place, he has to feel that he is safe from the ignorant kind of prejudice that sprays paint all over his house. But he isn't, is he? You just showed that.
It's not the same thing.
It's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same bloody thing! All of this is that far away from throwing paint. Ignorance loss of bottle, and that's what bothers me more than anything else. Because you're a good lad. But there's no room for either of those things at Sun Hill.
So, you're the owner of the Red Morgan on Cairo Mews?
Yeah.
Well, are you or aren't you, sir?
Yeah, I am.
Right.
I suppose you get a lot in here. Coming in. One thing or another.
Sorry?
People coming in.
It does happen, yeah. Right, so what time...
That girl in the hall. Has she been in?
I've no idea. Probably. People don't usually come here for the atmosphere.
What's she been in for then?
Is she anything to do with this?
No, I was just wondering...
I mean, is there something else you might like to tell me, sir?
What's the, well, you know, what happens next?
Well, that depends. Either very little, you press charges, they admit responsibility and bingo. Or if they want to, whoever did it might like to claim that there were...
Mitigating circumstances. Well, that kind of, you know.
Yeah, that kind of, you know.
So?
So that's it. The long and the short. And then we do some digging.
Right.
Well?
Oh, forget it. Oh, just forget it.
Right, Mr. Farquharson. Could you come with me, please?
Does he know she's here?
No.
Shall I tell him?
Might be nicer if you didn't.
What, just let him come through?
Pen, a set of keys, and there's the wallet and the personal organiser, which you kept yourself, right?
Thank you, sir.
Right. If you'd like to sign there. And PC Garfield will see you out, won't you, PC Garfield?
Yes, Sarge.
Thanks very much.
It's just through here. Thanks.
Thank you. Jeanette.